केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्री नितिलकृतकस्तूरी तिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिगोपीनवसनः ददानो दुष्टारं शिरसि फनिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवहुतो दैषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः। या दैषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः शिवा शरव्या यादपतया नो रुद्रमृणया। या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिजागशीः। यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्षस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसीः पुरुषं जगते। शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावधामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत्। अत्यवोचदधिवक्ताः प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषगे अहीगश्च सर्वाञ्जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः। असो यस्ताम्रो अरुण उदभभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः। ये चेमागुं रुद्राभितो दिक्षु श्रुता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेडईमहे। ॐ गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां करीशिनीम् ईश्वरीगुं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपभये श्रियं गन्धान् धारयामि। ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आग्रेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिसमेत्यान्नेश्वर परमेश्वराय नमः। सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय विगतेषु नित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। धूपमाग्रापयामि। ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदापग्निं निरृतं ममापसूगुष्य मह्यमावह जीवनं दिशो दिशा मानो हिगुं सीर्जातवेदो गामस्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिप्रेतग्राहि श्रीराम परिपातय। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। दीपं दर्शयामि। ॐ वं अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। नित्यानन्दे श्री पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमेश्वराय नमः। सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। वेदनानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि। ॐ सोमो वा एतस्य राज्यमाधत्ते यो राजासन् राज्यो वा सोमेन यजते। देवसुवा मेधानि हवीगुं शिववन्ति य एतावन्तो वै देवानागुं सवाः दैवास्मे सवान् प्रयच्छन्ति तयेन पुनः सुवन्ते राज्याय देवसुराजा भवति। मङ्गलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान्तरयामि ॐ धूरसिधूरधूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वदिदं धूर्वयं वयं युं धूर्वामहान् श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाग्रापयामि। ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदावग्निं निरृतिं मम वसुगुष्यमख्यमावह जीवनं चेदिशोदश मानोहिकं धीर्जातवेदोगामस्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिद्भृतज्ञागैः श्रीरामप्रिपातय नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं दर्शयामि। ओम वम अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। ओम हां होम शिवाय नमः। नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुठोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ओम हां होम शिवाय नमः। नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। नीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि। ओम न्योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् वसुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अवां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् वसुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटि ब्रह्माण्डनायक श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव चतुर्वेद प्रिय चतुर्वेदमवधारय। दुष्स्वप्न दुष्शकुन अग्निमीले पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातामं हरिः ओं इषेर्त्वोर्जेत्वा पायवस्तो पायवस्तदेवो वत्सविता प्राप्यतियुश्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मणे हरिः ओं अग्नायाहि वीतये घृणानो हव्यदातये निहोता सत्सिबर्हिषि हरिः ओं शन्नो देवीरभीष्टयापो भवन्तु पीतये शन्योरभीष्टवन्तु नः हरिः ओं देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटि ब्रह्माण्डनायक श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव आगमश्लोकप्रिय आगमश्लोकानवधार्य दयापूर्या सुमूर्धान् त्वं भङ्क्त्वा भ्रूक्षेपसेतुना निर्विकल्पं मनस्थित्वा सर्वोद्वे सर्वगोद्गमः। देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौम अखिलाण्डकोटि ब्रह्माण्डनायक श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव स्तोत्रप्रिय स्तोत्रम् अवधारय। दुष्स्वप्न दुष्शकुन दुर्गति दुर्मनस्य दुर्भिक्ष दुर्व्यसन दुस्सह दुर्यशांसि उत्पाततात विषभीतिमसद्ग्रहाति व्यार्धीश्च नाशयतु मे जगतामधीशः। ओम नमो भगवते सदाशिवाय सकलतत्त्वात्मकाय सर्वमन्त्रस्वरूपाय सर्वयन्त्राधिष्ठिताय सर्वतन्त्रस्वरूपाय सर्वतत्त्वविधूराय ब्रह्मरुद्रावतारिणे नीलकण्ठाय पार्वती मनोहराय सोमसूर्याग्निलोचनाय भस्मोद्धूलितविग्रहाय महामणिमुकुटधारणाय माणिक्यभूषणाय सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयकालरौद्रावताराय दक्षाध्वरध्वंसकाय महाकालभेदनाय मूलाधारैकनिलयाय तत्त्वातीताय गंगाधराय सर्वदेवादिदेवाय षडाश्रयाय वेदान्तसाराय त्रिवर्गसाधनाय अनन्तकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकाय वासुकितक्षककारकोटकशङ्खगुलिकपद्ममहापद्मेति अष्टमहानागकुलभूषणाय प्रणवस्वरूपाय चिदाकाशाय आकाशदिक्स्वरूपाय ग्रहनक्षत्रमालिने सकलाय कलङ्करहिताय सकललोकैककर्त्रे सकललोकैकभर्त्रे सकललोकैकसंहर्त्रे सकललोकैकगुरवे सकललोकैकसाक्षिणे सकलनिगमगुह्याय सकलवेदान्तपारगाय सकललोकैकवरप्रदाय सकललोकैकशङ्कराय शशाङ्कशेखराय शाश्वतनिजाभासाय निराभासाय निरामयाय निर्मलाय निर्लोभाय निर्मदाय निश्चिन्ताय निरहङ्काराय निरङ्कुशाय निष्कलङ्काय निष्कामाय निरुपद्रवाय निरवध्याय निरन्तराय निष्कारणाय निरन्तकाय निष्प्रपञ्चाय निस्सङ्घाय निर्द्वन्द्वाय निराधाराय निरागाय निष्क्रोधाय निर्मलाय निष्पापाय निर्भयाय निर्विकल्पाय निर्भेदाय निष्क्रियाय निस्तुलाय निस्संशयाय निरञ्जनाय निरुपमविभवाय नित्यशुद्धबुद्धपरिपूर्णसच्चिदानन्दाद्वयाय परमशान्तस्वरूपाय तेजोरूपाय तेजोमयाय जय जय रुद्र महारौद्र भद्रावतार महाभैरव कालभैरव कल्पान्तभैरव कपालमालाधर खट्वाङ्ग खड्गचर्मपाशाङ्कुशधर्मशु धमुरुशूलचापपानगदाशक्तिबिन्दिपालतोमरमुसलमुद्गरपाशभरिगभुषुण्डीषडग्नि चक्रात्यायुधभीषणकर सहस्रमुकुटंष्ट्राकरालवदन विकटाट्टहास विस्फारितब्रह्माण्डमण्डल नागेन्द्रकुण्डल नागेन्द्रहार नागेन्द्रवलय नागेन्द्रचर्मधर मृत्युञ्जय त्र्यम्बक त्रिपुरान्तक विश्वरूप विरूपाक्ष विश्वेश्वर वृषभवाहन विषभूषण विश्वतोमुख सर्वतो रक्ष रक्ष मां ज्वलज्वल महामृत्युम् अपमृत्युभयं नाशय नाशय चोरभयम् उत्साडय उत्साडय विससर्पभयं शमय शमय शौरान् मारय मारय मम शत्रूनुच्चाटय उच्चाटय त्रिशूलेन विधारय विधारय कुठारेण भिन्धि भिन्धि खड्गेन छिन्दि छिन्दि खट्वाङ्गेन विपोतय विपोतय मुसलेन निष्पेषय निष्पेषय बाणैः सन्ताटय सन्ताटय रक्षांसि भीषय भीषय भूतानि विद्रावय विद्रावय कूष्माण्डमारीचवेतालब्रह्मराक्षसगणान् सन्त्रासय सन्त्रासय माम् अभयं कुरु कुरु वित्रस्तं माम् आश्वासय आश्वासय नरकभयां मामुद्धर उद्धर सञ्जीवय सञ्जीवय शत्रुभ्यां माम् आप्यायय आप्यायय रुक्काटुरां माम् आनन्दय आनन्दय शिवकवचेन माम् आच्छादय आच्छादय मृत्युञ्जय त्र्यम्बक सदाशिव नमस्ते नमस्ते ओम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव द्राविड वेद प्रिय द्राविड वेदम अवधारय तोडुडय सभियन विडयेरियोर पूवन अडिसूडी काडुडय सुडलै பொடி பூசி எந்துள்ளம் கவர்கள்வன் ஏருடைய மலரானுனை நான் பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த பீருடைய பிரமாமிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றேன் சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव संगीत प्रिय संगीतमवधारय भस्मभूषिताङ्गनित्यचन्द्रशेखरा भस्मभूषिताङ्गनित्यचन्द्रशेखरा फालनेत्रशूलधारी नित्यशङ्करा फालनेत्रशूलधारी नित्यशङ्करा भस्मभूषिताङ्गनित्यचन्द्रशेखरा हर 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 शिव शम्भो नटनशेखरा हर 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 शिव शम्भो नटनशेखरा बिडदिवास नित्यदेव नित्यानन्देश्वरा बिडदिवास नित्यदेव नित्यानन्देश्वरा नित्यशङ्करा नित्यानन्दशङ्करा नित्यशङ्करा नित्यानन्दशङ्करा भस्मभूषिताङ्गनित्यचन्द्रशेखरा हर हर महादेव की। देवदेवोत्तमं देवता सार्वभौमम् अखिलाण्डकोटि ब्रह्माण्डनायकं श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवम् अष्टपुष्पैरभ्यर्च्य सर्वस्याप्ते सर्वस्य चित्ते सर्वतेनमेव आप्नोति सर्वं जयति। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हां ॐ शिवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। नीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांडकोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करण प्रिय परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणम अवधारय। ओम नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। ओम नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। ओम नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांडकोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव आशीर्वाद प्रिय आशीर्वादम अवधारय। स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु वर्जन्यः पृथिवी सत्यचालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः इति स्वस्तिमन्त्रार्थाः सत्या सबला भवन्तु इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधना सदना सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदर्शतम् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु राजा धर्मपतिः प्रजा सुचरिता पूजाधना सज्जनाः षट्कर्मप्रवराद्विजाः प्रतिदिनं विद्यानवद्या सदा वाणी सन्निहिता चिरं कविमुखैः सानन्दमव्याकुलाः सर्वे सन्तु वैदिकधर्म अनुष्ठातारः सौजन्यसन्तोषिणः इति स्वस्तिमन्त्रार्थाः सत्या सबला भवन्तो इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु येषां देवदेवानां महादेवानाम् अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकानां सकलभविष्यस्तिष्ठितिसंहारतिरोभाव अनुग्रहाख्यपञ्चकृत्यपरायणानाम् आदिमध्यान्तरहितानाम् अप्रमेयपराक्रमाणां तत्त्वार्थगोचराणां श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्तिसमेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्वरूपाणां श्री अरुणगिरि योगी आदिगुरु अरुणगिरि योगीश्वरस्वरूपाणां श्री कालभैरव महाकाली स्वरूपाणां श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणासमधिगत मुक्तामयसुर श्रेयानकीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरडावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सत्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमतकलप केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराजवान्य महाराज गुरु शबनशाख्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहर दुदोच्चेतन पूर्वक श्रीमद वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कृत्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनां अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पूर्णोत्तर श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशतम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशतम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य दादि कैलास नित्यानंदपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कत्रे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाक हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूर्यसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडिता चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरुपूर्ण महानिर्वाणिभूत अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वराणां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ चिन्ह पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्णपीठ त्रयोंश गुरु महासन्निधान श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास ब्रह्माचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस विराजकाचानां सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूपानां श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठानां श्रीमज्जगद्गुरूणां श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक ब्रह्माचार्य स्वामिनां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्धिः समेषां सकुटुम्बानां सकलैश्वर्य प्राप्तिः गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजयारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्धिः अरोगदृढगात्रता सिद्धिः आचन्द्रार्क वंशाभिवृद्धिः धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फलपुरुषार्थ सिद्धिः सर्वेषां मनसा चिन्तित सत्कार्यानुकूल सिद्धिः सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवत्श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य पादारविन्दयोः वचनचलाभक्ति सिद्धिः भगवत्श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन्मुक्ति प्राप्तिश्च भूयात् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु सर्वे जनाः सुखिनः सन्तु तथास्तु समस्त सन्मङ्गलानि सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वत्र नित्यानन्दध्वजारोहणं भवतु तथास्तु सर्वेषां भगवन् श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्ध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां परिपूर्णकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः अस्तु तथास्तु अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तरम् अभिवृद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानन्दम् मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने सदाशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलं मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बाये मङ्गलं कामदायिन्ये सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलं मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलं परावतारनित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलं ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरोः पदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरोः कृपा ओम यत्किंचित् कर्म देवेश सदा सुकृतं मे शिवपथस्य भूङ्क्षक् शिवै शङ्कर शिवोदाता शिवोभोक्ता शिवः सर्वमिदं जगत् शिवो इति सर्वत्र शिवसोऽहमेव तु ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् नित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानन्दम्
you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasada-shiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditate.
The time is right. The world is ready. You are going to experience literally Paramashiva. Most powerful, intangible but definitive, intense processes. This is the most powerful spiritual nuclear explosion, the strong force of Kailasa landing on planet Earth directly. One thing I can be sure, you will not exist end of the program. I can guarantee that. Only Paramashiva will be there. I welcome all of you, the whole world, to come and celebrate, enjoy not only the enlightenment ecosystem, the beauty of how it is getting revived. Be an insider for this great revival process. If you are an insider even for a startup company, you will understand not only the result of the company, even that being an insider is such a joy. Being an insider when it was happening is something extraordinary. So, I welcome all of you to come and be part of an insider of this revival of Kailasa, the enlightenment ecosystem, sovereign order of Kailasa, Kailasa nation itself. I request and welcome, invite all of you to become e-Kailasian. Get your free e-passport and make billions receive this free e-passport. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Modern science says that all that exists, whether manifest or unmanifest, is a probability. Infinite probabilities create a quantum field of infinite potential. An observer collapses the probability wave into a particle. Your intention thus creates the reality. Called the observer effect, it is the very act of observation that precipitates any reality into existence. Hinduism is far advanced than this primitive understanding in the modern day. Hindus know this field of infinite potential as Paramashiva. Paramashiva permeates everything, manifest and unmanifest. He is intelligent, compassionate, and a myriad other auspicious qualities. Our scriptures provide detailed descriptions of how to invoke His presence on the earthly plane, the visualizations that manifest Him, the mantras, sounds that invoke Him, how He looks, His various dimensions, the actions that please Him and have His blessings rain on you, the times in the past when He has manifested for us and led us through a breakthrough. Hinduism knows the art of communing with Paramashiva to manifest any reality we want. And when our effort and all the knowledge isn't enough, He Himself incarnates in human body to show us how, to liberate us, to show us where we are stuck, to take us to oneness. Pratyaksha Pada Puja to His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda, Paramashiva incarnate. Sit at His sacred feet, let Him awaken you to your field of infinite possibilities, to your oneness with Him. Register now, Pratyaksha Pada Puja.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. I'll start from the basics and give you the best of the best of Vedas and Agamas. Listen. Purpose of life is enlightenment. Enlightenment means having the ultimate truth, the most powerful ultimate truths as your operating inner software.
Nithyananda, Satya Nityarupa, Nithyananda, Satya Nityarupa, Brahma Nithyananda, Vishnu Shivarupa, Brahma Nithyananda, Vishnu Shivarupa.
The Aushadha bath really wakes you up, not only your mentally, but it feels like every pore of your body gets well woken up, because when you apply the Aushadha, it gets into your skin, it activates every little cell under the skin, and it just really gets you wide awake. Because with so little sleep, we are able to function and stay all day, do yoga, do power manifestation. I think the Aushadha bath is a huge component of that. Thank you, Swamiji.
When the universal truths become the source cognitions for you, when you start reverberating with the universal truths, cosmic constitution, the ultimate cognitions, Paramashatyas, it is literally like an elephant entering into a hut, vibrating in the frequency of the cosmic constitution, cosmic truths, universal truths.
Extraordinary experience here. It's just the amazing temple, everything, and the Gurukul kids. Every kid is just like a mini god. My God, so amazing. Also, I had a lot of breakthrough with my power manifesting. So I highly recommend everybody just come, whatever difficulty you face. Just come, because
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvaditam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamastyadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome each and every one of you joining us here, sitting with us on Nithyananda TV, Kailasa's official TV channel. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has taken the immense responsibility to revive and restore Sanatana Hindu Dharma. As a part of that revival, Swamiji, for the past 26 years, has been working actively in building the Sri Kailasa nation.
Kailasa nation, only nation for Hindus. Swamiji not only is establishing political legitimacy, spiritual legitimacy for Hinduism, but is also giving Hinduism the literal life, helping people practice Hinduism in their day-to-day lives through various ways, the programs, his Satsangs, YouTube videos, his books. One of those practices is the Vakyartha Sadhas. The Vakyartha Sadhas, as we'll now see here in the slide, is a part of a 4-step process. The first part of imbibing any truth which happens is when we listen to that truth from the master. That is when the first 25% of imbibing the truth happens, when we imbibe it from the guru. And the second 25% happens when you do the manana, the internalization. The third 25% happens when we have the Vakyartha Sadhas. The Vakyartha Sadhas is basically the kandana and mandana happening of your logic, where your logic breaks and allows for the new logic to expand and grow. And the fourth part of this, the fourth 25% of imbibing any truth happens when we finally live these truths in our life. So only by doing all these four will any truth be able to fully be imbibed by us, fully be cognizable by us. Only then we understand a complete truth. Let us now watch a small video. Swami himself explaining the importance of why the Vakyartha Sadhas is necessary, not just for solving big problems, but even to solve problems as simple as getting up in the morning. To solve all these problems, Swamiji explains now why Vakyartha Sadhas is necessary. Please stay tuned.
Listen. Mana. Vakyartha Sadhas give you a great understanding. Not only that, please listen. Every time we keep these spiritual truths in your inner space, analyze them, think about them, contemplate them. Listen. Mana. Vakyartha Sadhas every day will give you a complete understanding. Not only that, please listen. Every time when you keep these spiritual truths in your inner space, analyze them, think about them, contemplate them, every moment you spend on internalizing these great truths, your incompletions melt down, you are living Advaita. Understand how much ever you struggle to find the solution externally, you will never find. You will never find the solution what you expect externally. If you think, I'll finish all the work, I took it on myself or Swamiji gave it to me, and then I'll rest in peace. Never. Even after you leave the body, it's for you. Understand, if you are expecting the external solution, no. You need to be told you are a fool. Wherever you really need to be told, you should be told that is the real good thing for you. If you have some disease, you need to be told you have that disease. Only then you will understand the seriousness. Start taking medication. Manana. Internalizing is really, really, really important. Because the life gets aligned to living Advaita with Manana. Shankara says beautifully, Shrute Shatagunam Vidyan Mananam Mananat Abhinitidyasanam Lakshagunam Anantam Nirvigalpam. Is 100 times superior to Shravana. Internalizing is 100 times superior to listening, and living is 100 times superior to internalizing. Nirvigalpa Samadhi, living Advaita, is infinitely superior. Please understand, you need to listen and internalize again and again and again. That is why I am insisting on Vakyartha Sadhas. Even if there are 2-3 sannyasis in your ashram, start the Vakyartha Sadhas. Slowly devotees will start gathering. Everywhere, in every ashram, every center, just like puja is compulsory, Vakyartha Sadhas should become compulsory. More and more learning, more and more internalizing, more and more completion. Understand, other than the spiritual solution, there is no solution. How much ever you try to find any solution for any problem, whether it is personal, professional, organizational, intrapersonal, and interpersonal. Interpersonal is direct fight. Intrapersonal is cold war. You won't fight, but you will be waiting. See, it's like directly when you fight, it becomes like an equal fight. But I have seen many cunning fellows, they won't directly fight. They will wait. At some point, they will get that neutral perception. That time, they will use that position and attack. When somebody else is attacking him and he is fighting, he is a neutral person. Now, come on, use that and attack. Silence. How much ever you hide, how much ever you keep inside, and how much ever cunningly you plan, finally it is going to stink inside you, not anybody else. whether it is interpersonal problem, intrapersonal problem, organizational problem, professional problem, or personal problem. The only way anything can be solved is spiritual solution. Vakyartha Sadhas is the best way for a spiritual solution, discovering spiritual solution for any problem.
Yes, beautifully Swamiji explained how whatever the problem may be in your life, it's only when you look towards inside yourself, you'll be able to find a solution for that. Any solution, any problem in your life, solution only comes from within, only from your inner space, only from changing the way you think about life, you see life. Only changing that will life change. Moving on to today's Vakyartha Sadhas. Over the past couple of days, we have been extensively discussing about the Guru-disciple relationship. And as it is the Nithyananda is being celebrated all around the world, this is a beautiful opportunity for us to sit and internalize our Guru Bhakti with the Master, as well as how we can strengthen our Guru Bhakti and complete all the incompletions we might have had previously with the Master. The Guru-disciple relationship is the most beautiful relationship in the world. The relationship is so beautiful that the word relationship itself won't do any justice to the experience. It is like saying, what is the relationship of a drop of water from the ocean? What is the relationship it has with the rest of the ocean? That is the same relationship a disciple has with the Master. With the Nithyananda going on, celebrations in progress happening, this is the perfect time, an opportunity to remember, recollect our journey and special moments with Swamiji, with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. Not only should we use this opportunity to remember and savor the sweetness of the Master, but also use this chance to re-strengthen our Guru Bhakti and integrity with the Guru. In the previous Vakyartha Sadhas, we have discussed the sweetness of the Guru-disciple relationship and why it is important for each and every one of us to have the Guru in our lives. We have also shared that our Parabhakti moments and stories with Swamiji and how the feeling connection with the Master was kindled. In a previous Vakyartha Sadhas discussion, we had also spoken about the relationship with the Master and how it is different from all of the other relationships we have in our life. In yesterday's Vakyartha Sadhas, we had spoken about how we can bring ourselves back to the space of Guru Bhakti when we fall into incompletions. In today's Vakyartha Sadhas, we'll be looking a little bit more into that aspect. We're all convinced that having and being in the space of Guru Bhakti is the ultimate and absolutely necessary. But unfortunately, for various reasons, we are not always in complete integrity with the Master. What are some of the causes, and how can we make sure that we are in complete integrity with the Guru and Guru Bhakti? So more or less, this is a continuation of yesterday's Vakyartha Sadhas. Yes. So before we enter into the Vakyartha Sadhas discussion for today, we go ahead and introduce myself and the rest of the panel who joined with us here.
The time is right. The world is ready. You are going to experience literally Paramashiva. Most powerful, intangible but definitive, intense processes. This is the most powerful spiritual nuclear explosion, the strong force of Kailasa landing on planet Earth directly. One thing I can be sure, you will not exist end of the program. I can guarantee that. Only Paramashiva will be there.
Yes. Sorry for the technical glitch. So let me repeat the question again. We're all convinced that having and being in the space of Guru Bhakti is the ultimate and absolutely necessary. But unfortunately, for various reasons, we are not always in complete integrity with the Master. What are the causes of this, and how can we make sure that we are in complete integrity with the Guru and the Guru Bhakti? So in yesterday's Vakyartha, we had discussed how we can bring ourselves back into the space of Guru Bhakti whenever we fall and whenever we go into incompletion with the Master. Today, let us focus about the aspect on integrity. What is it that stops us and prevents us from being in complete integrity with the Master? Why do we start missing integrity in the first place? What are some of the root causes of it? And how can we go beyond that? How can we complete that and be in complete integrity with the Master? So before we enter into the Vakyartha, let me go ahead and introduce myself and the rest of the panel. My name is Nithyananda, and I'm Balsanda of Nithyananda Gurukul. I've been here in the Nithyananda Gurukul since 2012. And prior to that, I was born and brought up in the United States. So this is about me. Let me go ahead and introduce the rest of the panel. We have Shri Nithyananda and Purushot, both of them joining us from Canada. Thank you both so much for coming and joining today for the Vakyartha. We also have Murli joining us from Chennai, India. Thank you again so much for joining us for the Vakyartha. So let's all go ahead and give our listening to Murli please go ahead yourself for all our viewers.
Nithyanandam. This is Murali from Chennai. I've taken up teaching and training as my profession of late, and I've been with Swamiji from 2013. And back then, I was actually confused about my life, about my career in particular, about how I should take things forward. Because I prided in saying that I was a very logical very rational kind of person. But somehow nothing seemed to be clicking, and I was always blaming the other person for whatever had happened. And I did not know how exactly to change things, what exactly to change things. And it is through my brother that I had come to Swamiji. He made a very sort of paradoxical statement. Stop asking questions and then you'll get your answers. But that itself I question again. How can I get answers if I stop asking questions? But my brother just repeated that. And I did not know what that meant. And it is out of pure curiosity, intellectual curiosity, is when I came to Swamiji. And I understood experientially what that meant. If I stop asking questions, then I get answers. And since then, it has been a very memorable journey. A lot of miraculous experiences have happened. A lot of cognition change have happened. And I'm very thankful that my brother has sent me to Swamiji, and Swamiji is there in my life, and Swamiji has me in his life. So if I say anything more, then it will be, I think, going astray, and I'll lose the intensity of today's topic. So let me stop here and give my time for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mulya. Let's all go ahead and give a listening to Sri Nithyananda. Sri Nithyananda, you can go ahead and introduce yourself for all the viewers.
Nithyananda Maharaj, thank you, Nithyananda, everyone. My name is Sri Nithyananda. I'm an initiated disciple of Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. I grew up in Canada and was a elementary school teacher and computer engineering technologist. When I realized that the issues and challenges that kids were facing with inner city life and drugs and alcohol and violence in the community, and a lack of stable family and community units, and a lack of leadership presence in their life, goals, and role models, realized that the place it was leading even young kids from the age of 6 or 7 was into a space where they were not getting life solutions. They were not getting solutions to fear, greed, lust, and worry. And so that turned me towards looking for a bigger solution, and was blessed to see Swamiji on YouTube and was initiated into the path of Brahmachari in 2015. And so I've been living this lifestyle since then, and pleasure to be here. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Thank you so much. Next, let's all give a listening to Purushottam. Purushottam, please go ahead and share a little bit about yourself for all the viewers.
Nithyananda, my name is Prasad and I am from Toronto, Canada. I met Swami through my mother in 2008, and I've been to 2 of his programs when he came to Canada in 2009, and I enjoyed all of his programs at the Toronto Temple. Nithyananda, thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Purushottam. So now let us get into the discussion. Let's get into the Vakyartha Sadhas. What prevents us from being continuously in the space of the Guru Bhakti? What prevents us from completely being in integrity with the space of Guru Bhakti? So fundamentally, what is integrity? If we look back at the video which we watched yesterday, and Swamiji told that fundamentally the only thing which I demand from you is your integrity, nothing else. You do not need to surrender. You do not need your devotion. Nothing else Swamiji asks from us. So the only thing you need to give is your integrity. What you declare to him about yourself, that is the same way you be in life. If you declare yourself as a devotee, then be a devotee. If you declare yourself as a disciple, be a disciple. If you declare yourself as a grahastha, be a grahastha. If you've declared yourself as a sannyasi, then being a sannyasi. And this is the fundamental integrity Swamiji asked. Swamiji told that which is only needed and required by the master. fundamentally what I think that the integrity breaks is simply because either a decision out of laziness or a decision out of boredom. If you take a life, all integrity is one of the most simplest things to follow. And even though in integrity there may be multiple levels, fundamentally to follow it is extremely simple, and it is just a decision. Whether we choose to take the decision or not, that is where the whole problem lies. And fundamentally, the only two reasons, as I can see it, is because of our laziness. In some places, we decide that because of our lethargic, we're feeling lethargic and deciding not to take action at that moment, not to be in integrity at that moment. And the other reason, it's more than boredom, it's more like context, not having the right context of why we need to be in integrity. That leads to boredom and laziness, and that in turn leads to not being in integrity with the master. So Mulya, what are your from your view, from your opinions and cognitions, what do you think could be the reason why we are not able to be in complete integrity with our Guru Bhakti and with the master? You can go ahead, Aya.
Maharaj, I would say that the ambience matters a lot, even if not completely. See, when we actually listen to Swamiji, we are in some the zone of satsanga, means we are in a zone of listening. We are actually paying our full attention to what Swamiji is saying. We are listening to what Swamiji is saying. We are looking at life from that angle, from that cognition, from that understanding. And we tend to actually, when we are able to see that it is more pleasant than our present logic, so we are getting convinced at that moment. And that is why we even think that, yes, we have to implement this, we have to change our lives from in this way, we have to begin cognizing everything in this way. But when we go to the outside world, that listening zone is gone, and the mundane way of looking at life again starts setting in. We tend to get surrounded by people. We actually are surrounded by people who are looking at life in the binary logic, and we are distracted by something that is immediately pleasant rather than ultimately pleasant. So that zone is gone. So that is one reason why I feel we are going away from the space of Guru Bhakti. If we are actually intensely interested only in implementing whatever the Guru says, then things will be different. So, and what we prioritize. See, even before coming to sit in satsanga, we have to have the right priorities. Like if we don't prioritize sitting in satsanga and we look at something else, we want to do something else, then this thing will never happen. So first of all, we have to prioritize. We have to say yes to the Guru first. Swamiji always says, like whenever he does the initiation, I need only a yes from you. I need you to be available here. I don't even need your mind. Your mind is irrelevant to me. So first of all, we have to say yes. We have to say yes to a Guru. So this is a very profound lesson I should learn. I will learn actually, but then I should feel. I feel that this has to be sinking even into me even more deeply, because when my brothers asked me to just stop asking questions and then my answers, I will get answers. I didn't understand that I still question only that. I was very proud in my binary logic, in my earthly logic, but saying yes to the Guru, I think, is the starting point of everything. Why do you need a Guru at all? And sorry, if we are caught up in the worldly logic, if we think, and see, that will take you to some level. And I think I came to the Guru at the actual saturation point. See, so Swamiji says that he never doubted his Gurus, he doubted only his own logic. That is a certain level of moving parallelly with the Guru. See, if even before your logic fails, even before your binary logic fails, if you are able to actually spot a Guru, and so you never fall into depression, it's a luck. But if you actually have to learn that Guru is ultimate the hard way, like how I did, then it's a different thing altogether. So I think I learned the hard way that saying yes to Guru is ultimate. Only when you say yes to Guru and be with him and actually implement whatever he says, that Guru Bhakti space will not be disturbed at all. So the
Yeah,
more
so
we
how will
get
one
distracted
person,
by,
when someone is getting connected to Swamiji, how does he know that he should say yes to the master? Saying yes to the master, fundamentally that is the root cause, but like where will he get that cognition? Where will he get the idea that he needs to say yes to the master?
okay, see, at some point of time during the satsanga, something will click. I remember Swamiji once saying, I have spoken so many hours. There are so many hours of my lecture on YouTube. You take any 5 satsangs and implement that very strictly in your life. My job is done. So I will say that unless somebody is actually rooted from some very strong base cognition, somebody will not even dare to say this. So what will appeal to, and the title of the YouTube video will tell you what dimension of life he is addressing. So go to that dimension of life where you are stuck and see what somebody says about that. So that I think is enough for you to begin analyzing what he is going to say, what he is going to teach you, how. So from there on we can start. If it doesn't see, Hinduism is actually a very open system. You are not a faith-based system. You are not demanding faith. That means what, even actually practical real life situation, if you actually take the satsang regarding to that, your job is done. You are already saying yes to the Guru. That Living Enlightened book is like that. Such an engrossing book. There is not one demand of faith from one line of demand of faith from you. So look at life. Look at that dimension of life where you are stuck and see where Swamiji says, where the Guru says what about that. Then your job is done. Then you are on the right track. And if you are able to resonate with whatever that Guru is teaching you, you are on the right sampradaya. The Guru need not be somebody who is actually living in the body and who is able to talk to you. It's all about where you are stuck, and if you go to the spiritual solution, what that Guru says, if it clicks with you, yes, you are on the right track. And another thing, you can also have multiple Gurus. There is no need for you to stick to one Guru. One Guru's one solution, one dimension to one dimension problem in life may click with you, and another Guru's another solution for another dimension may still click with you, and any Guru should be still okay with that. So Swamiji had once said, go to as many Gurus as you want, collect as many flowers as you want, and make a beautiful garden of life, garden of flowers for yourself. I'm perfectly okay with it. Only thing I will advise is, don't go to other Gurus who say don't go to other Gurus. So that's a very beautiful thing. And unless one is very, very confident of that he's saying the ultimate, or he's simply interested only in your welfare, or even these both, nobody will even dare say this. So that he's even saying this, that I am not expecting you to remain faithful only to me. That itself shows that he is saying something. He's saying whatever he's saying, something from very profound understanding of what is life, and he is interested only in your welfare. So if we have these cognitions, then nothing else will matter. So even when I'm saying this, I think I should intensify my integrity. So this is a very good question. I should thank Swamiji for giving this question to us today. So giving, we tend to, so where does this Guru Bhakti get deviated, diluted? I'll say somewhere we fall back on the earthly logic, the human binary logic, and that is where I think things are. But if we are in that satsanga mode, that listening mode, then Swamiji's words, according to in that dimension of life, or that dimension of life, will have more impact on us, and I think we will stay with him and travel with him till we get enlightened. I think I made myself clear. Any other questions can be answered?
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much, Leah. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's all give a listening. Yes. So Srinithi Nanda, what is your take on this? Why do you think is the reason for the non-integrity to start getting formed with the Guru Bhakti and the Master? Please go ahead.
Thank you, Maharaj. Everyone. Yeah, exactly. So that is what is the cause of non-integrity? and how to maintain integrity with the Guru and Guru Bhakti. Yeah, so one way to look at incompletion, basically, right? Like, all life is part of life. So any cognition that you're not part of life is an incompletion. Life doesn't have a problem with life. It's humans have a problem with life. So anyway, so that's there. So the solution, I would share one of the powerful cognition clicks that I've gotten for a solution is recognizing my root pattern. So I recognized inside of me from, like, I actually come from a family, we had our parents were divorced when I was about 5 years old. And I had a lot of incompletions about that and self-doubt about it, and blamed myself and was afraid to take responsibility because I thought if I got part of something, it would break apart. And we moved to a new city, and so everything changed, and I was kind of traumatic. But anyway, so with Swamiji's grace and blessings of his spiritual ability, I was able to recognize sort of a root cognition that I've seen again and again and again and again coming from that time is basically impossible. Basically, it's impossible. So anything you put in my space, it can come out as, that's impossible. That's impossible. Like Swamiji even said, sometimes we think even getting out of bed is impossible. Brushing my teeth is impossible. Taking a bath is impossible. So anyway, so recognizing that, okay, that's the cognition that happens unconsciously from the time of 5 years old. Because everyone goes through this breaking process where your basically words and identity overrides your energy and your ego is formed, and those patterns basically control your life. That's why we see everyone, why are you acting like a 5-year-old? You can talk with an 80-year-old man, why are you acting like a 5-year-old? Because between the age of 4 and 7, everyone's ego identity goes through this creation process. So anyway, understanding the root of that through Swamiji's spiritual guidance and initiations, to see that, okay, inside there's an unconscious, powerful cognition of that is impossible. That just happens spontaneously. Good. So I know the root of the issue of my life. So now I know what I have to constantly negate is the constant impression of impossibility that's going to happen. So now anything I want to do, I plan or think or feel and want to make happen, I have to know there's going to be this ridiculous, unfounded, unnecessary cognition of impossible. So that means always be aware there's going to be an impossible, can't do this, won't do it, don't want to, all that, fine. That's not, I don't have to pay attention to that in terms of executing what I want to do. I just need to make the plan and declare and do it. Impossible doesn't matter, it's going to come up again and again, but it's an unconscious pattern from the past. And I need to know that it's been there and is a strongly reoccurring thing. So I know that whenever it comes up, oh, I have to just make a stronger declaration to go beyond it. So that has been really a good click understanding experience that I've gotten. Okay, the impossible pattern is going to be there. I can't get up for early morning yoga. I can't help all these people. I can't listen right now. That's going to be there. Fine. Declare completion and be authentic. So that has been really, really, really powerful. The other short thing I would share about is how to make sure I'm in complete integrity with the Guru. So, I mean, what does it mean to be in integrity, right? It means oneness. So it means, I am Paramashiva, I am the Guru is me. I'm standing with the Guru, I'm living as the Guru. So the best way to do that is to be him, be with him all the time, stand with him all the time, be with him. So go to the Guru. Like in our Sangha, we have the opportunity, so many ways to be involved in life, whether it's the experience of Paramashivoham, which is an ongoing program, to really understand what your life is about, to be part of the world's only Hindu nation, currently a borderless Hindu nation. So you can learn about what it means to set up a spiritual embassy and be a spiritual embassy. For 8 hours a day, you can be an embassy, you can be a global embassy, run a global embassy for 8 hours a day, whose purpose is to enrich humanity. So what it means is, integrity means oneness, integrity means being integrated. Being integrated to the Guru means being with the Guru. means living with him and as him. Well, what is he doing? He's manifesting Kailasa. So manifesting Kailasa, being in the space of oneness with Swamiji, executing his words is the way. So I just would share the technique is to give yourself an opportunity to stand before Swamiji. And I'm sharing this from a personal level. When I see, there's lots of problems, right? There can be a lot of problems that happen in life. There's very simple solutions. A lot of times we realize we don't want the solution. We want some logic, because there's a lot of direct solutions you can get, and you'll just be like, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, there's a difference between, does this solution make sense to me, and is this solution a solution? If it's a solution, it doesn't need to make sense. A solution is a solution. So Swamiji gives those all the time through just awareness and initiation. So I would share this technique, an applicable technique that comes from the start of spiritual journey and goes to the end of spiritual journey, and is every part along the way in a spiritual journey. The starting, middle, and end point is always doing what the living master says. So I would share the technique as live your life as though every morning you get to stand before your guru, you're dressed up nicely, and you get to present whatever movements you created yesterday, whatever progress you caused yesterday, and keep that as a practice. Every morning after your yoga and puja and satsang, you go to the guru and you present, Swamiji, this is my update from yesterday. Personally, if I know I'm going to be standing before Swamiji tomorrow and I get to present what I've accomplished, what movements I've made, that to me is the best motivation for me to be authentic. And it doesn't mean that you have to, change the whole world in one day. It just means if I've been authentic to authentically do whatever I authentically feel I can, and then I'm going to the guru again, which is integrity, that's the best way to maintain constant integrity. If I know I'm going to be with the guru, face to face with the guru, being able to present to the guru, give my personal update of, my authentic contribution to humanity in the past 24 hours. Personally, that's the best technique. If I know I get to go in front of Swamiji, I'm going to do everything I can before that time, so that when I'm there, I can authentically say, Swamiji, whatever it is, I did nothing, or whatever it is, but it's authentic. So if it's a small amount, it's authentic. It's authentically authentic. I did my best with the time, the space, the understanding I had. I did my best, Swamiji. Here I'm presenting. I'm once again declaring my integrity for the next 24 hours and come back. So you can even do this on an hourly basis if you want to really get some perspective on our lives. So that's what I would share. A lot of it comes from the space of impossibility, which is the incompletion. You can get that clarity through like Paramashivoham program, also being learning to be what is a spiritual embassy, what is reaching out to humanity, and the technique that works for me that is a solution. There might be fear involved in it. It might not make logical sense, but for me, the solution is, hey, Atma, you get to go in front of Swamiji at 9 a.m. tomorrow and present what you did today. To me, that's the solution. That will always make me authentic. So that I would share. Then.
Yes, thank you so much. I really loved Sri Nithyananda. He spoke. It was very practical and very grounded to life. So whatever, regardless of what your incompletions may be, dropping everything, just getting up, standing and jumping into the water and actually doing what is needed. As beautifully Sri Nithyananda had shared, what is Swamiji doing? When we're saying we need to be in integrity with Swamiji, fundamentally, what is Swamiji doing? Swamiji is creating the Kailasa nation. So being in integrity with that, doing the same thing, helping Swamiji in creating the Kailasa nation, making the Kailasa nation happen, that automatically puts you in integrity with the master. Swamiji is doing power manifestation, then doing the power manifestation. So Swamiji is just sitting in Upanishad, then doing the Upanishad, sitting and being in the space of Upanishad. As and when what Swamiji is doing then, what is demanded from you then? Just being in integrity with Swamiji and what Swamiji is doing, that naturally puts you into space of completion with Swamiji. It is only when we are in a non-action, and when the more and more we sit with ourselves and allow the inner monologue to happen, and allow our own self-doubts and incompletions to consume us, that is when these kind of problems arise. But when you just drop everything and just be action-oriented, focus on, okay, now what I'm supposed to do. What is beautifully, like how Sri Nithyananda himself had shared. Now what, if I'm supposed to present to Swamiji at 9 o'clock in the morning, what will I do now? What is it that all the things which I can update him about? So putting yourself out there on the spot and holding yourself accountable and doing what Swamiji's life mission is, that is a very good way, and that is one of the best ways to get into the space of integrity of the master. Thank you so much, Sri Nithyananda, for your sharing. Next, let's all give a listening to Purushot. Purushot, please go ahead and from what is your take on this question? How where we fall out of integrity with the master, and how can we bring ourselves more and more integrated with the Guru? Please go ahead.
Nithyananda, we fall out of integrity with the master when we don't do what he says to 100%, to the fullest. It's half, 75%, or we don't do it all. That's when we fall out of integrity. And to bring ourselves back into integrity is do the best to your ability to get to 100%. So in my case, I fall out of integrity at many times, and I keep trying to do my best to get it done. And the best way that we could get back to integrity is seeing ourselves as the child and seeing Swamiji as the parent. That's a very good way to bring ourselves back to the integrity. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Thank you so much, Purushot, for your sharing. So, like how Sri Nithyananda, I'm again going to quote him on what he had shared in the Vakyartha Sadhas. If you want to have a little bit more clarity and want to bring more Guru Bhakti inside you, if you're still not sure about your Guru Bhakti and want to have a little bit more clarity about it, it's an ongoing program as well. But there's a special Paramashivam program, which is directly Swamiji himself will be conducting, happening in March, starting from March 11th. Let us now one small video about the
intangible but definitive, intense processes. This is the most powerful spiritual nuclear explosion, that strong force of Kailasa landing on planet Earth directly. One thing I can be sure, you will not exist end of the program. I can guarantee that. Only Paramashiva will be there.
Yes. Share the experience of Paramashivam, having a breakthrough, superconscious breakthrough in the Paramashivam program itself. Swamiji himself will be coming, taking the program from March 11th onwards. All in all, just to summarize today's Vakyartha Sadhas, Mulya beautifully shared how it's just simply saying yes to the master, which keeps you in integrity with Swamiji. And like how Srinitya Jnanatmananda had shared, for me, from what I understood from Srinitya Jnanatmananda sharing is, forget all this, just sit, get up, jump into it. Go dive in and start doing the real work of the Sangha, of Swamiji's mission. Start getting involved. Naturally, you'll see how you get so much aligned with the Guru. And that is actually the most practical way. Swamiji himself has told, even when you want to take the decision of sannyas, don't sit and think and contemplate and say, okay, when I'm in the space of sannyas, then I will go and approach Swamiji and ask for sannyas and all that. That's not how it works. First, you declare that you're going to be a sannyasi, and then afterwards, you build the space for being a sannyasi. Because as long as we sit and have the Vakyartha Sadhas like this, we can go on having a Vakyartha Sadhas for years to come. Go on debating the best way of how to maintain integrity with the Guru Bhakti and what's the best way to retain the feeling connection. You really want it, then you need to go and get it. You need to go and be involved completely. Supporting Swamiji's Sangha, supporting the mission of building the Kailasa nation, that is the best way to be in complete integrity with the Master. Not only is it doing and helping Swamiji in the Sangha, but Swamiji is directly guiding the whole process. And when he is there physically and giving guidance continuously on a day-to-day basis, then naturally all your actions, everything will be aligned to the Master, and you can assure yourself that at least as far as you know, you're able to be in complete integrity with him. So thank you all so much for coming for the Vakyartha Sadhas today. Thank Mulliyaya, Purushot, and Srinitya Jnanatmananda. Thank you all so much for coming and joining, being part of the Vakyartha Sadhas and sharing your thoughts and your opinions. So with this, it's time to enter into the Nitya Satsang. Need to prepare ourselves to receive Swamiji. Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and bring your awareness into your Ananda Gandha. Visualize Swamiji sitting there in your Ananda Gandha as Paramashiva with the 25 heads and 50 hands. Now, start chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and allow the mantra to reverberate throughout your entire body. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om
was actually premised upon the deindustrialization of India.